So this is the first warm-up. It is band pull-aparts. What you want to do is get your shoulder blades together when you pull it apart and also depress your shoulders. It's a great warm-up to get your back ready for a good back day. Now you want a good amount of band resistance. You don't want it too light, but you also don't want it too heavy. Reps I suggest are around 5 to 10. Really depress those shoulders and really get that back activated. It is not an arm exercise, it's a back exercise. So great exercise. Now this is another back exercise, also for upper body. It is the band up downs, up and pullovers. The good thing about this is it helps release your shoulders. When you do a back workout, your shoulders are used a lot as well, involuntarily as well. So they help support you, and you want to really release the tension. This gets your rotator cuff opening, and it also helps you get used to opening your body up. Now this is a band exercise where you get your band, you put it across a pole. It can be any pole. We chose the cable one, and you squeeze your shoulder blades together. Let your arm. You want your arms straight and squeezing. You want your elbows right behind your back. Watch the squeeze. It's a very good back exercise. Find a nice place around your chest to upper stomach area, abs, and then just pull back and squeeze. It really works out and warms up your back for those bent over rows and other back exercises. First kind of conditioning, but also a warm up, it is the cable pull aparts. Now you want to have your back straight, good form, and really pull those body parts. Now you can see I adjust my position because I really want to have a good back position and really work. And as you can see, it is a very good exercise. You want to get your arms through the bands, through the handles, and really hold onto the wires and just pull it apart. Really feel the squeeze and your back working. If you can't feel your back working, then adjust yourself. And it's a very lightweight. All these warm-ups are 5 to 10 reps, one set, maybe two, depending on how tight you feel. So this is lat pull downs with a short arm. The reason why I chose this is when you have the other lat bar, it's kind of harder to get your lats activated. But with this, it's easier to grip, and you can definitely get your lats activated, and it's more narrowed. As you can see, I really get my lats in contract, and I really hold the contractions, and I bring it up and down, eccentric and decentric, slowly. Really take a deep breath, bring it to your chest, and really squeeze those lats down. Best way is to pull your arms to your armpits, and that really gets your lats squeezing good. Now this is another lat pull down exercise, and this is more focused on the individual lats. You want a thumb over grip as well, and what you do is you bring it down to your chin, and then you choose one lat and bring that down. It's a more focused one on each individual lat. All these exercises are going to be 4 sets of 8. Now, as you can see, you want your good adjustments. You really want to have a good form. You don't want to hurt your lower back. It's one full swoop to one side. And as you can see, you bring your elbow down to that side. Really drag the elbow down and get that armpit involved, because that's how when you feel your lats. Great exercise after you do your regular lat pull downs to get your lats involved. This is a final really good lat exercise. It's a lat pull downs. Now you can do all 3 of these exercises you can do on one machine, and what you do is you bend over a little bit, keep your arms really straight, and then you pull down with your straight arms and really get those lats involved. Now you want to do lightweight because it is a difficult exercise because you're only using your lats. As you can see, allow yourself to go up, down, pull it to your legs, about chin level. You don't want to go too high, and then you pull down again. Really engage those lats, keep your arms straight. You don't want, not a wide grip, kind of narrow, around middle length, and just pull it down like that. You can change your stance depending on your height, but if you can feel the squeeze, you have it down. And so the first 3 exercises are about your lats. It's very important since you want to get your bench press higher. You want to get your back as strong as your front. You don't want to be imbalanced. So this is why we did 3 different exercises. Getting the lats are very important when you do bench press because you keep them tight, you keep your back tight, and you use them when you bench. Now this is a machine to do kind of bent over rows, but instead more of it in a vertical position. Now you grab the hand placement. Either you could do a underhand hip, or I did more of an overhand grip, and you really get you that back squeeze. You want your chest placed on there, but you also want to keep your abs tight and really squeeze up. You don't want to let it go all the far away, and you want to adjust it depending on how big you are and your chest size as well. So I went with a 5 or a 6, and then you want to just do it. You want to play around with it a little bit. Make sure you have a good fit. It just depends on your size and how long your arms are and what kind of placement you want. You could either put your legs over there or down. Okay. Now this is single arm rows. Now either you could do this on a bench, or you could just do it where the rows of dumbbells are. You want to be in kind of a 45-degree angle. The way you do this is you kind of twist it, and then you need to bring your elbow over your shoulder. And as you can see, because I'm doing that and I'm also leading it forward, I'm really getting my lat involved. Now you want to do 8 reps, 4 sets of each different arm, and this is another great exercise. This is not a machine exercise, so it uses more of your whole body to keep balance and make sure you don't let yourself slouch. You want to keep your butt out, chest up, looking head straight. You don't want to break your neutral spine. And as you can see, I kind of supinate, kind of twist my dumbbell to really get an engagement going. But the important thing is you really feel that squeeze by pulling that elbow far back. Now I did a lightweight to show, but you could go heavy, and I suggest you go heavy because this is a good exercise to really get the lats going, and you do have a bit of support, and you don't want to twist your torso. Now we're done with conditioning. I want to do a cool down / cardio phase, and that would be suggesting probably 15 to 20 minutes of rows at a moderate strength. This is to get your conditioning going, and as you can see, my row form can be worked on, but what I'm doing is I'm first allowing my knees to go in, push with my legs out, and then when my legs straighten out, I pull it in. You could either do overhand or underhand grip, whatever's most comfortable with you. I prefer overhand personally. I feel like I get more of a back movement. You want to adjust your feet, keep your feet strapped really well, and then lower. It's adjustable, the foot size, like how big your feet are, so you get good foot placement. I suggest doing 1,000 meters, taking a little bit of rest, and then doing another 1,000 meters and continuing like that. Staying at a good pace, not too hard. I don't want to burn you out, just to get your conditioning going and really getting energy. You don't want all that muscle without being able to be conditioned and handling. Really need to be conditioned. Now this is the TRX ropes. These are very good for stretches and other body weight exercises. Now what I'm doing here is a lat stretch, and what I do is I hinge out my hips, and by hinging out my hips, I'm just pulling all this, like just releasing all this tension out of my lats. We did a lot of lat exercises, so you really want to hold this stretch, not to pain, but to really high tension. And as you do this and you lean back, as you can see, my lats are getting super engaged. You could probably do it in a better way. Probably make sure your back's more straight. Probably like walk out a little bit more, or be in a little bit more forward. But it's a great stretch. Now this is the good light stretch. It's arm over your body, and it's just like a slight pull over kind of thing. And it's just to release more tension in your whole back and your side abs and a little bit, and mostly your lats as well. As you can see, I'm really tight. It was a great workout, and because of that, I don't have the flexibility. It's something I need to work on and need to really focus on. Now, this is the final stretch. It is a stretch where it releases your shoulder tension, gets your chest involved, but it also helps your back because it helps you keep your back tight and release once you release it. You keep I call it like almost a back squeeze stretch, and I did a little variation at the end where I pulled it out to help release some of the back, but you wrap your forearms around The closer you wrap your forearms, the more tension you put, and then you just hold it and let your chest up. It's a good exercise. You want to release some tension in the shoulders and your chest. You do use these muscles as well when you work out your back. So good job.